the only Spinal Tap. Here's Bitch School. Coming up later on the ball, we've got Nick and Kevin of the band Slik Toxik. They'll be here right on this couch that still doesn't have a name, and you might be curious what happened to dear old Jennifer, the old couch of Headbangers ball. I'll tell you a little bit later. But the results of the crank or yank are next, so stick around. Bet your fingers are getting tired from pushing those little buttons. Right now, it's time for the results of tonight's crank or yank. As you can see from the percentages on the screen, you decided to yank Roxy Blue. Ouch. So instead, we're going to be playing a video from the Four Horsemen. It's really cool to see the Four Horsemen doing good. All the members of the band have been in prior bands and been at the business for a long time, and now they're doing good, and they're currently on tour across America. Here are the Four Horsemen with Tired Wings. Welcome back to the ball. Right now we're joined with Nick and Kevin of the band Slik Toxik. And the last time we hooked up with you was about October '91.
Yeah, back at Foundations.
Exactly.
LA.
And you just released the EP.
Yeah.
Yeah, the EP Smooth and Deadly came out October of last year.
And how did that do?
Did pretty good,
man. Did what it was supposed to do.
We didn't want it to be like a major merchandising thing. We just wanted to get like a street buzz, an underground thing.
Got the street buzz?
It happened.
Yeah.
Now you got the album Doing the Nasty.
Yeah.
Yep.
And pretty excited about that?
Big time.
This is your first real album,
This is
right?
what we've worked our whole lives for, so it's happened.
Now, on Doing the Nasty, the only song that made it is BFD. We can't really say exactly what it says. That's the only song from the EP that made it to the album.
Yeah. It's actually a song that we didn't even want on the album. We felt that, I don't know, it's trendy now to have a title with F in it, so we wanted it yanked, not cranked.
Yeah.
Hey, they watch the show. And it just ended up being...
Yeah, it ended up being on the album, and I guess we can live with it.
Now, we're about to play the video a little bit later in the show for Hell of a Time.
Hell of a time. Watch that lizard, man.
Yeah.
Yeah?
In fact, we wanted to bring our lizard over the border to bring on the show, but they wouldn't let it pass.
Good. We'll be back talking to Slik Toxik, and we're also going to show that video for Hell of a Time when the Headbangers Ball continues. Stick around. It's the ball. We're joined with Nick and Kevin from the band Slik Toxik. We're going to be playing your video, Hell of a Time, which is just one word, Hell of a Time.
Hell of a time.
Hell of a Time, in a second. But right now I want to ask you guys a couple quick questions. You come from Toronto, Canada. And the whole band is from Toronto?
Home of the Blue Jays.
Yeah.
It's baseball, right?
You got
it. You
it.
could have told me the Maple Leafs, and then I said, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So anyways, now you guys formed there. Is there like a rock scene out? I mean, I've never been up to Toronto.
There's a really good rock scene happening now. Like, I mean, Canada isn't generally known for hard rock bands. They're sort of fluffy bands come out of Canada most of the time.
Brian Adams comes from Canada.
Well, Brian Adams isn't really a metal band or anything.
What metal bands come from Canada?
What metal bands? Well, it depends what you consider metal. I mean, like, a lot of people consider Rush metal. I don't, right?
Yeah.
But right now in Toronto, there's a scene happening big time, like an underground sort of groove rock, aggressive, high-energy groove.
Is that what you'd say you guys
Yeah.
fit in
Yeah.
that category?
Yeah.
So you're going to be like the first band.
Hopefully.
One day in like a couple years when they talk about the Toronto rock scene, they're going to say, well, first Slik Toxik emerged from Toronto.
Hope so.
Yeah.
Was it hard to get a record label to come see you play, or did you play around in the States first?
Well, we played in Canada. It was one of those things that we didn't have to leave our backyard. You know, we did think of maybe we should go to LA or New York or whatever else, but I mean, once we did the demos and got the interest from A&R, they flew up to Canada to see us.
So they came up to see you rather than you coming to see them.
Wouldn't you think it's better to see the band on their home turf? With
Yeah.
Are you guys a pretty big club draw out there? I mean,
Yeah.
were you a club band playing all the club circuits in Toronto?
So, I
Yeah.
mean, that's where you get your start from. You know, we built a good fan following at the clubs, and then, you know, it's just, we're still at that level.
I guess you
Hopefully
could
going to
say we're the
next one.
rage of Toronto now.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens in a few months, though.
Okay, well, right now, let's take a look at your video, and then we'll come back and talk to you guys some more.
Cool.
Here is Slik Toxik with
Hell of a time!
That was Slik Toxik with Hell of a Time, and we're here with Nick and Kevin from the band Slik Toxik. And you were talking about playing live in Canada. And I guess when you were here for Concrete, you did a couple things there. Have you played across America yet?
Yeah, we came down to the East Coast actually about a month ago. Yeah, about the end of February, start of March, we did the Limelight here in New York City. And we played in Baltimore. Actually, Baltimore was a good gig at Hammerjacks.
It was really cool.
good.
Well-known place.
Yeah. And the funniest gig on the whole tour was we opened up for Overkill in New Haven, Connecticut, which we dreaded.
Seems like a different type of crowd.
Well, that's the thing.
It was.
We thought, oh no, like how are these people going to react? But we had a mosh pit happening. It was
really cool.
happening.
So now you have tour plans, or are you just
We're planning
getting
on,
the ball rolling?
yeah, we're getting the ball rolling, but at the end of May, we're planning on hitting the west coast of the U.S., starting probably in Portland, Oregon.
Is this uncharted territories for Slik Toxik?
So-so.
Yeah.
I mean, we're doing pretty good on metal radio in the States now.
Yeah, we're just going into the top 10 now on metal radio,
great.
which is
Yeah,
really
that's
cool.
So we'll be crossing over to AOR with Hell of a Time, probably, hopefully.
Fan base is growing then.
Yeah.
Great.
Thanks to you guys.
The fans.
Great. Well, good luck with everything, and
Thanks,
see you
Ricky.
guys on the road. And the record is out. The record is called Doing the Nasty. It's from Slik Toxik, and I want to thank you for stopping by once again. And right now, here is a song from an album from a band that I dig a lot. Here is Corrosion of Conformity with Vote with a Bullet.
Cool.